his life has secrets. Some people, their secrets kill. Some people's secrets are relatively easier. Master of Ceremonies, ladies and gentlemen, Master of Ceremonies who's going to Instagram me, that's what I said before.
Okay.
Guilty pleasures. We all have them, whether we know it or not. So what really is a guilty pleasure? Now, Oxford Dictionary defines guilty pleasure as something that you do that brings you joy, but is generally not liked by the society. In simple words, something that you love doing, but you shouldn't love doing. Take a moment for that. I'm sure all of you have thought of at least one thing that you enjoy really doing, which you shouldn't, yet you do, and that thought that came to your head, that is guilty pleasure. There are different types of guilty pleasure, each to their own. Some people it's for food, some people it's for traveling, for some people it's clothes, for some people it's watching something or listening to something that is generally not liked by the society. So today I'm going to be going through guilty pleasures that I have. Why am I going through this? It's because somebody forced me to go through it. But nevertheless, here we are. Let's get right into it. I decided to divide my guilty pleasures into 3 things: small, medium, and large. So small guilty pleasures are those that are small, and everybody would have them. Starting with, how many of you have lived in hotels? Whenever you travel, you go to a hotel. How many of you have taken the shampoo, the soap, the shower cap, and all those things that come along with it? Yeah, I'm not the only one. That is my first small guilty pleasure. I love collecting shampoos and soaps from different hotels. Before we shifted our house, I used to have them lying in my decoration area at the study table where I had it. I'm like, this was in Jordan. This was in that crappy hotel. This one was in the Hilton, so I'm gonna keep this one for a longer time to remind myself to feel fancy. Second one, in the still small category comes, how many of you have, late at night, creeped to your kitchen, taken that jar of goodness, also known as Nutella, dipped a finger in it, and is it just me? Come on, guys, come on. I've seen you do it.
Of course.
So, that is another guilty pleasure of mine. I love Nutella. I have it in my cake, in my coffee. Yes, I do have it in my coffee. Espresso has something called the pistachio Nutella. Recently, and by recently I mean yesterday, I tried something called Nutella plus Lotus. That is another guilty pleasure of mine that is going to be formed very, very soon. Now the third guilty pleasure in the small category, and something that a lot of people who know me well know, I love donuts. Now, I should really not love donuts because I'm becoming one. But that's what guilty pleasure is. On my birthday, which was celebrated last weekend, I was surprised by DTM Jahangir. The door opens, and guess who is standing with a tray of not cake, but donuts? Was DTM Jahangir Khan with candles on 3 of them. That is how much of a guilty, well-known guilty pleasure is donuts for me. Now we are moving towards the medium category. Now this is where things get a little bit... My guilty pleasure in terms of medium things is TV series. Now, not just any TV series, I mean the chic or the chick TV series. TV series that apparently should be watched by girls only. For example, how many of you have seen The Vampire Diaries? Yeah, I loved Vampire Diaries. Now that is not a manly series. It's a very, this girl loves that girl boy, and that boy loves that girl, and it's just a very romantic thing going back and forth and back and forth. But I liked it. But the reason I liked it was not the love part, it was because it has vampires and it has werewolves, and I'm gonna come back to the vampires part. So that was a huge guilty pleasure of mine. Second is Orange is the New Black. How many of you know about Orange is the New Black? That is a famous series. But then again, a lot of people believe that is a ladies only series, that ladies should be watching it. But hey, it shows you how the prison life is. So that's my defense of watching it, among other things. It is a very nice series that you should watch. But my biggest guilty pleasure in series is Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Oh my god. Are you for real now?
I do. Now bear in mind, I do not watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but I definitely like reading the scandalous news that comes up with the Kardashians every single day. So when Khloe got divorced, I knew. When Khloe's husband cheated, I knew. When Kylie launched her recent billion-dollar makeup brand, I knew. Now this is something that just pops up on my screen. I don't know how, but it just usually comes. I don't necessarily go out looking for it, but it comes. Now that we're away from our medium, let's come to the large guilty pleasure. These are the guilty pleasures I have not shared with anybody. And those are, first, I love the Twilight series. Now for those of you who think it's a very romantic series and well, I was a child. I didn't know any better. But Edward was cool and Jacob was cool. Once again, vampires and werewolves. That's what I really like. But my biggest guilty pleasure of all, ladies and gentlemen, is that I enjoyed Justin Bieber's music. I know, please hold the tomatoes and the eggs, don't throw them at me yet, but he's improved, give the guy a chance, miskeen. Ladies and gentlemen, guilty pleasures are something that life endures in you. It gives it to you because you enjoy doing it. Tom Hiddleston said, "What is my guilty pleasure? I don't have one because I never feel guilty about my pleasures." Ladies and gentlemen, take your guilty pleasure. Enjoy yourself. Life is short. Live it. Master of Ceremony.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Khurram Salman. I must say that the three speakers took the topics